Syria is in the eye of the storm. Aleppo city, which was dominated by Kurdish dissidents, is now undergoing a major transition. After days of intense fighting, the last Kurdish-led Syrian Democratic Forces fighters have withdrawn from the Syrian city of Aleppo. The SDF say that it had agreed under a ceasefire to withdraw from the country's second city. Syrian government forces have evacuated more than 400 Kurdish fighters from Sheikh Maqsoud, the last district in Aleppo, and detained 300 Kurds. According to an Interior Ministry official, according to state media reports, the Syrian authorities began transferring Kurdish fighters from Aleppo to areas they control in the country's northeast. Syrian security forces began deploying in Kurdish-majority Sheikh Maqsoud on Saturday after several days of clashes with Kurdish fighters that left dozens dead and wounded. Forces launched sweeping operations in the area and urged residents to remain indoors. This also comes amid the U.S. retaliatory strikes against the Islamic State in Syria, following last month's ambush that killed 2 U.S. soldiers and 1 American civilian interpreter in the country. Buses filled with men leaving Sheikh Maqsoud under the government security escort can be seen in the visuals from Aleppo.
Thank God we are rid of the Syrian Democratic Forces and its problems and the shelling that used to rain down on the people every day. Thank God the army has completely cleared Sheikh Maqsoud and Ashrafia. This is the greatest joy for Aleppo. May Aleppo return to its life, its work and its livelihood.
The two sides clashed in Aleppo city earlier in the week after negotiations to integrate the Kurds into the country's new government stalled. More than 150,000 people have already been displaced by the fighting this past week that is. And earlier, the United States Special Envoy to Syria, Tom Barrack, had also issued an urgent appeal to both the Syrian government and Kurdish fighters, calling for an immediate halt to the clashes. The departure now marks the removal of Kurdish forces from pockets of Aleppo they have held since Syria's war began in 2011. Kurdish forces continue to run a semi-autonomous zone across large parts of northeastern Syria. The fighting, which began on Tuesday, left at least 21 civilians dead. According to Syrian authorities, the standoff underscores a major challenge for President Ahmed Al-Sharaa, as Kurdish authorities continue to resist full integration into the central government following his pledge to reunite the country after 14 years of civil war.